Okay, let's talk about some of the best side hustles to start in 2022. Because listen, today there are so many ways to make money this year. I mean, even I am starting to earn about $100 a day in the metaverse, okay? A digital world that many people don't even know about yet. And I'll cover that in this video as well. But my point with saying that now is that there are really no excuses not to start a side hustle and earn money, whether it is active or passive income. So I'm gonna break this video down into two sections because I have my business side hustles and then I have my investing side hustles. And I wanna separate the two, okay? And I'll explain exactly what they are, what I do, and why I like them. And everything I talk about in this video is not hypothetical or from some research online, but from my actual experience. So if that all sounds good to you, then make sure you like this video while the intro plays. Hey there and welcome to our channel. I'm Sean with Life Accounting, the accounting company that helps you save on taxes and build more wealth. And if you like the sound of that, then tell them to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. Then you know what to do. All right, let's go ahead and dive in with the business category first and look at number one, online media. Now, when I first started my business in 2011, one of the biggest things that made it successful was our preferred method of online media, which was blogging. But before I get into that, let me take a quick step back and define what is online media. Okay, so my definition of online media is when you create something online that someone can read, watch, or listen to, which could be in text, audio, or video formats. For example, popular forms of online media in 2022 will be social media pages, YouTube channels, blog websites, and podcasts. On the other hand, you have traditional media, which would be stuff like newspapers, magazines, billboards, television, etc. Okay, now going back to when I started my first business in 2011, we used blogging to really grow our audience in our website traffic. Now, the beautiful thing about online media is that it is scalable, which means that you can create it one time and that it can work for you in perpetuity. Just take a look at this screenshot from our Google Analytics. You can see that we wrote this blog in 2015 and it still drives traffic in 2022. And guess what? That traffic turns into new subscribers, new leads, and your favorite, new customers. And even though it started as a small side hustle blog, it went on to drive millions of hits for our website and helped our company make millions of dollars. And once you get your own media going, like your own blog or your own YouTube channel, then you can actually monetize it by allowing ads to be shown on your media. So before or after your 9-to-5, you can spend some time creating some online media which can help you make some extra money on the side, so much so that it may help you to be able to quit your job and turn that into your main hustle. So that's why online media is number one on my list of best side hustles to start in 2022. And specifically right now, I like video as the best form of media because YouTube and video can drive a lot of value to your viewers, thus creating a connection that is likely more powerful than text and audio formats. And once you have a connection with people, they'll be more likely to continue supporting you and buying your products or services, which leads me to side hustle number two, digital products. So a digital product is basically a product that can be sold and delivered to the customer immediately. Okay, you can do this in two different ways. You can create your own digital product, something that you create and you own, or you can be an affiliate for someone else's digital product. Okay, both can be very lucrative, and this second side hustle really builds off the first side hustle because once you have an audience, then you can create digital products that you know will bring them value and that they will be willing to pay for. Or again, you can partner with another company as an affiliate if you don't have the time or expertise to create your own digital products. Now, we've created courses as our main digital product, but we are also looking to expand in many other ways as well. Here are some examples of other digital products that you could create. You have ebooks, you have templates and workbooks, you have journals or coloring books, you have software and apps, which is a little bit more difficult, but remember, you can be an affiliate for someone else, okay? You have music, you have recipes, etc. So creating a digital product really allows you to always have a call to action or something to sell. And as long as you make your product evergreen or relevant for the long term, then it's scalable and could earn you income for a lifetime. Okay, moving on to number 3 on my list, which is digital services. So if you execute side hustles number 1 and number 2 first, then by the time you get to number 3, you'll likely be ready to quit your job and make this your main hustle. But look, you don't have to do number 1 or number 2 at all, okay? You can just start with number 3, which is digital services, because there are plenty of people who are willing to hire freelancers. So what are exactly digital services? Well, I describe it as a service that you can execute digitally or virtually. Stuff like consulting, graphic design, video editing, website design, coding, making music, etc. Now, the beautiful thing about digital services is that you can charge high rates for expensive custom one-on-one services. For example, our custom one-on-one tax planning services start at $3,000, but typically we can help our clients save between $5,000 to $20,000 in taxes. So it's a professional custom service that generates great results with a positive return on investment. Which, by the way, if you need professional tax planning, please click the link in the description below. See what I did there? Okay, now let's move along into my investing category, and I can't wait to talk about NFTs. But really quick, before I do, I want to hear from you, okay? What are some of your favorite side hustles or things that you plan to implement in 2022? I'm really curious, so please tell me in the comment section below. Also, as a side note, when you have something like a side business, like something we described already, then you instantly become a business owner and are classified as someone who is self-employed or an independent contractor. Which means now you can leverage the best tax write-offs or best tax deductions to help you save on taxes and build more wealth. All right, let's go ahead and talk about number 4, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. And by the way, this is not financial advice. So NFTs are a relatively new thing that allows you to own digital assets, which are expected to be a part of a gigantic metaverse. So imagine for a second that someone created a planet Earth the same way that we live on, but instead of it being physical, it is a digital world. And so when you go out and you buy some clothing, or you buy a car, or you buy a house, or you buy some land, well, just like you own it in the real world, now you could own it in the metaverse as a digital asset. All right, so right now I am earning about $100 a day with an ICE NFT through Decentral Games. Okay, let me explain. So with this particular ICE NFT, you can get into an exclusive poker club and on the tables. And on these poker tables, you can't lose money like you can in traditional poker, but you can make money, specifically ICE cryptocurrency, which can be exchanged for US dollars. In order to get an ICE NFT, you have to buy it directly from Decentral Games Marketplace or OpenSea, which is a secondary marketplace for NFTs. Now, I personally don't have time to play poker all day long, right? So what I love about this is that I can delegate or allow people to rent my NFT. And each time they make money, I get a percentage of it. So it's really like passive income. And right now I have 6 ICE NFTs that are making me close to $100 a day. And there are other NFTs out there that people are making real money passively or by flipping the NFT. Now, this is a speculative investment, and I would consider it to be high risk. So I would only play with money that you can afford to use. In fact, I sort of look at any money that I invest into crypto as like the cost of tuition to learn more about the space. But look, even if your side hustle is simply learning about NFTs and crypto, it could be something that pays off greatly in your future. Okay, number 5 on my list is good old real estate. Now, real estate is the biggest asset class in the world and often considered to be one of the safest yet powerful investments that there is, because with real estate, you can leverage money through debt, and everyone needs a place to live. And then on top of that, there are many great tax write-offs associated with owning rental property. And right now, I am making over $5,000 a month with my real estate portfolio. Now, there are two ways that you can approach doing real estate, okay? You can do it completely passively, or you can be somewhat active. Let me explain. So being completely passive means that you are giving your money to someone else and they handle all the real estate activities. This would be stuff like finding the property, finding the tenants, collecting rent, enforcing the community rules, handling maintenance requests, etc. And I prefer to invest this way because it allows me to focus on more of my active side hustles in the business categories that we talked about. So I invest in REITs, which are real estate investment trusts, and I invest in accredited funds where I partner directly with other investors. The REIT I use is called Fundrise, and in 1 year, I saw over 30% returns on my investments without doing anything. And again, that allows me to focus on my active side hustles like YouTube. The other way to invest in real estate would be managing all the real estate activities yourself. So that would be stuff like finding the property, finding the tenants, handling maintenance requests, etc. Now, typically when you do it yourself, you can get a greater return because, well, you're not paying someone to manage the property for you. So you may find yourself with an extra 10% in returns, but you're getting that return through the time that you're investing, which you have to ask yourself, if you invest your time into something else, would you get a greater return? Anyway, real estate is a great side hustle and a way to make money passively. All right, the number 6 side hustle on my list are stocks. Now, I'm not gonna bore you with stocks because a lot of people already know about them and how they work, but I do need to tell you about 2 approaches for making this a side hustle. Number 1, invest in index funds. Now, this is a boring but very, very safe way to make money because index funds are typically made up of strong, high-performing companies. Now, Sherman has a great video breaking down the top 5 index funds that you can invest in, which I'll link up above, and something that you can check out after you watch this video. Now, sub-point number 2, learn stocks and psychology. So this would involve stock picking and creating your own portfolio of stocks. Now, admittedly, this one is a little bit more risky, right? It's up there with the NFTs and cryptocurrency risk that we talked about earlier. But look, I am not suggesting that you just pick stocks based on hype or speculation, but instead, this would be you being really involved in the stocks and nerding out, okay? This is you truly learning everything there is to know about a company and its stock. That means looking at the company's 10Ks and quarterly earning reports. That means understanding the risks and the potential and the competitive advantages of the companies, as well as the company's futures plans, and digesting all of that information to a point where you feel comfortable making a long-term investment. And this is what made Warren Buffett very successful. And he loves companies with strong balance sheets and positive cash flow. Now, I know there's some people out there that do day trading, but I personally would never do that because the stats show that many day traders lose money eventually. All right, so what did you think about my side hustle tier list for 2022? Don't forget to tell me your side hustles that you're planning to implement this year in the comment section below. Now, coming up next, we have 2 more videos that you may enjoy as well, and I'll see you over there.